Hello. Hey, everybody. People still think about Michael Jackson? Okay, then. So we just gonna have a little slumber party here. 'Cause Orky's sleepy, but can't go to bed. 'Cause Orky tried and couldn't actually fall asleep, but the sleepies are there. Just waiting. I had like this really, really good coffee today. It was a pumpkin spice latte, but it wasn't from Starbucks. It was from like a mom and pop coffee place that opened up. And it was so much better than Starbucks. Like the latte I had today, like you could really taste the little spices they put in the flavoring. And I had the Starbucks one the other day, and now that one just seems like watered down and like nothing. Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing well. So I tried setting up an actual like tier list thing to put together that I can do like live on stream, but when I had the program open, my OBS kept crashing. I swear this laptop just hates to multitask. It cannot do two intensive things at once. It can either stream or do something else. It can't do both. And I don't know why. It's not that old. It's like 2 years old. The hard drive is only half full, so it can't be that. It has updated RAM. Like, it's got maxed out all the RAM I put in it. And the processor's not too bad. I don't know what's wrong with it. It also just had all the updates it wanted. So I don't know what its problem is. I don't know what got into it. If it wasn't for the fact it would probably be really expensive, I would take it to the computer repair people in my town and have them run diagnostics on it. See if they can't figure it out. But it's kind of pointless, as hopefully, cross your fingers, after this weekend, I'll be back on Twitch on my new desktop, and I won't be using this thing anymore. I tried tierlist.com, and my browser locked up. Like, I couldn't do anything. It just was frozen on one screen. So I tried to use my image editing program on my laptop to try to do it like manually, and it's like, nah, not gonna do it. Catch you later, dude. Sleep well. For Orky to sleep, Orky needs Ambien at this point. Because I've hit the second trimester of my pregnancy, and it kind of like gives you a weird like case of insomnia. So your body will feel tired, but you'll lay there in the dark trying to sleep, and nothing happens. And speaking of medicines, I'm gonna quickly pop an anti-nausea pill while I'm here. I don't know how long I'll be streaming for, and I did just eat. And Tummy's starting to tell me it regrets eating. I'd rather not barf on stream. That'd be kind of funny. It's like, hey guys, be right back, gotta puke. Okay, I'm back. It's a base model. It's like the very base model Republic of Gaming laptop from Asus. And before people like crap on Asus, I've had an RG laptop before. And it was awesome. It worked really well. Granted, it wasn't a base model, it was slightly better. But it worked well. It only died because it got left idle for the better part of a year while I was pregnant with little Fox. And apparently you can't leave a computer idle that long because things in it will just like fail. And the motherboard failed. And the repair shop told me they could, you know, repair and replace the motherboard for $800, or I could just get a new computer. So for an extra $200 or so, I got this computer. And it worked great in the beginning. Like the first year I had it, it worked great. And then I wasn't using it for a while that much because I was using the desktop I had, my Omen. And I only used this laptop when I needed to like do stuff not in my office because the desktop isn't portable. So, and then I let it sit for maybe about a month. And then I pick it up a month later, and it slow as molasses. So I don't know what happened to it. Because my husband also has a Republic of Gaming laptop. Granted, his is a fancy model. His was like $2,000 and has all the bells and whistles. But he hasn't had an issue with it. He says his works great. Like he doesn't stream, so he can't report on that. But he's played like really graphics intensive, heavy games, and didn't see any issue with it. The only thing the task manager shows that is taking up anything going on is Google Chrome, which I have to keep open so I can see chat, and my antivirus. Because my pops, who works in computer networking, insists that if you run Windows, you need an antivirus. What comes with the operating system isn't enough in his eyes. So he installed an antivirus on this. It's not McAfee, it's not Norton, it's a Avast, I believe. Yeah, I think it's what it's called, Avast. And it apparently likes to eat my CPU. So, is everybody here, like, do you even like sushi? Like, have you eaten it before? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Have you tried it? Because I first tried sushi when I was 3 years old. My dad used to get it takeout in the evenings when he would pick me up from my mom's house and I'd spend the weekends with him. And one day I'm like, Dad, I want to try that. It looks interesting. And he's like, okay, you may not like it. And I tried it. And then I proceeded to eat half his plate. And he was like, both upset because sushi's expensive, and that was his, but also impressed because I was 3. They do make cooked sushi, William, including deep fried. At least, like where I live, the restaurants do that. They fry it up. And they'll add things like jalapeno and mango. And it's like, what? What are you doing? I always get a little concerned when I see a sushi menu with rolls and they're all covered in sauces. Like they smother it in spicy mayo and sriracha and eel sauce and ponzu. And I'm like, what's wrong with your fish if you're trying to mask it with sauce? I don't do lolicon stuff. All of my characters are explicitly over the age of 18, regardless of appearance. And they act as such. I do not play child characters. Because as someone in their 30s, that would be highly inappropriate. You probably misconstrued something. Oh, takoyaki. I love takoyaki. Yummy fried octopus. My favorite roll that some places do, they usually call it like a butterfly kiss. It's semi spicy crab meat or crab salad, sometimes avocado, wrapped in slices of salmon sashimi. So there's no rice or anything. And it's so dang good. It's because they usually put ponzu sauce on it. And I'm like, yes, get in my belly. There's a difference between lolly by itself and lolicon. I have a couple videos titled Lolly because that is the appearance and genre of the character. They are small and frilly and petite, but they're not sexual. Cooked eel is amazing. I love eel bowls with like eel sauce. Yummy. I've only had freshwater eel though. I've yet to try sea eel. I don't know why Chrome takes up so much because I have like maybe like 3 tabs open. Firefox was worse. Firefox for some reason just ate my computer. And who uses Edge? Like who uses Edge? Nobody. Also, like I really enjoy octopus sushi and salmon egg sushi. Ikura. That's good. Little eggies. And of course, I gotta get quail eggs when they're available. Because it's easy protein. Mad gains. Because eel, from my experience, is usually cooked, it kind of has like a smoky taste. It tastes kind of fishy, but also like smoky, like barbecue. If you actually listen to the video, homie, it's just a character archetype. It's not sexual. Sometimes you use anime keywords to get people to click on it. If it's not for you, don't click on it. Easy enough. I don't understand what this damn problem is with people on the internet these days. You see something clearly labeled as something you may not like. There's no picture of it or anything. There's no video playing or anything. It's just like a word. And you go off the handle about it. No one is holding a gun to your head, making you click on things you don't like. Nobody. And if somebody is, call the police. Good Lord, that's abuse. It's like, I get frustrated, and there's actual, like, atrocities in the world, and crimes, and hardships, and really rough stuff. Just how easily offended so many people are at very petty little things. Like words. Not even like slurs or like actual bad words. Just like descriptive words. And maybe I'm a little sore on this because I was on Facebook earlier in a group for moms, and someone posted a picture of like this tree, and it was really gnarly looking, and I'm like, lol, that's an ugly tree. And apparently my use of the word ugly triggered this random bitch. She's like, you can't use ugly, that's a mean word. It's like, but it's a descriptive word. Shut the fuck up. It's ugly. The tree is gnarly looking. It has like mold on it. It's ugly. Shut up. If you haven't watched it, don't like freaking complain about it. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Just be like, oh, this has a thing I don't like. It's not for me. I'm not gonna watch it. Don't bitch about it like a whiny little pussy. You sound like all those like triggered Tumblr girls. Good Lord. People wonder why, as soon as better alternatives popped up, I stopped using Tumblr. Because just how freaking oversensitive users were on it. And that attitude is just migrating all over the freaking internet. Like, I can't handle graphic violence anymore. I can't handle gore. If there is more than a little bit of blood in something, even if it's animated, it heavily bothers me and potentially gives me nightmares. So, what do? Before I watch a movie or a show, I read descriptions about it and look for notes about violence, because usually, especially if it's like a mature rated thing, they will warn if there's graphic violence. And I'm like, oh, not for me. I don't watch it. I don't go, well, I would have watched this, but there's graphic violence in it, so I'm just going to bitch about the fact that there's violence in it. Like, do you think movies and TV shows where people are like shooting each other left and right and stabbing each other and swinging swords, decapitating each other, you think that promotes a culture of extreme violence where we're killing each other left and right? You think that perpetuates like real life violence? The same argument can be made for video games. And there's no correlation that has been discovered in any of the studies done. So again, I reiterate, shut the fuck up. Man, I sound like Hassan Piker. I sound scared? You sound like a whiny little bitch. I'm not scared. I'm frustrated. Because for the last, like, couple of years, I can't go anywhere on the fucking internet without someone being a whiny little piss baby about something. Like, I can't enjoy anything anymore. I find a nice little niche thing hanging out in the internet space, and then someone pops in just to shit on it and say why it's the cause of all ills in the world. It's like, if it's not for you, leave it alone and shut the fuck up. It's not hurting anybody. I can't even go on a goddamn knitting forum without it being some random person posting on there saying that knitters should be ashamed because promoting knitting apparently promotes slave labor in, like, Ghana or some shit. It's so fucking annoying. Go away. Like, if you can't be online without flipping off at people just, like, enjoying things or creating things that may be, like, a little bit edgy, then the internet's not for you. Because if you think things are bad now, like, edgy now, you should have fucking seen the internet, like 20 fucking years ago. 4chan is heavily watered down now. I remember 4chan in, like, 2006, and you think depictions of little anime kids in, like, in bikinis and shit, all, like, looted out is horrible? There was actual real-life CP posted on 4chan back in 2006. That's one of the reasons why I did not go on 4chan once I discovered that. I'm like, this is not my space. I don't like it. I'm not going to go here. The internet nowadays, especially with how controlled social media is very filtered and just very censored and watered down. Y'all gotta stop being so damn sensitive. If you're too sensitive for the internet now, don't use it. Go join the Amish or something. Sorry, I didn't mean to, like, go off on a rant, but, like, I've been having, like, one of those days where I just, like, can't seem to click on anything and just relax without there being just some whiner. The only people I expect my life to whine are my children. And by default, I have to put up with it because that's what kids do. They whine. Can't help it. That's just part of their DNA when they're little. When I see grown-ass adults sounding like my 8-year-old, that's when I'm like, okay, you're immature. Shut the fuck up. And I'll just be honest about something, okay? If anyone right, like, here can speak on sensitive issues regarding CSA and grape and things like that, it's myself. Because I was a minor when someone forced themselves upon me, locked room and everything, and it made me even bleed. And I'm less traumatized by that than by the fact my family, we went to the cops and the cops did jack shit. Like, here you have a bruised and bleeding middle schooler freaked out because something horrible happened to her, and they just fucking sat on their hands. They're like, can't do anything about it. It already happened. That just shows just how amazing Texas police are. They don't do shit. It doesn't, like, okay, this was like about 30 years ago. Not 30 years ago, 20 years ago. Sorry. Math is hard. I am very much a grown adult now. I've been through therapy. I've been in some form of therapy or another since I was in high school. I didn't do much when I was in college because I couldn't afford it and didn't have time. But when I got out of college, I was back in therapy. I've been through a lot of shit, especially as a kid. And I've had plenty of time to process things. You're fine, William. Thank you. Listen, I don't mind actual constructive criticism, but if you're bitching for the sake of bitching because you don't like something, that's not constructive criticism. That's just being a whiner. And I got no place for whiners here. You gonna whine? I'm gonna call you out for being a whiner. The best form of therapy I ever had was getting into writing and being able to come up with characters and stories. That's been the best way I've been able to process my memories and process my emotions, and my current therapist and my psychiatrist heavily encourage it. My therapist actually listens to my audios, not the really like pornographic ones because that would just be extremely awkward for her. But the ones on this channel, whenever I go to my session, she tells me the ones she's listened to and what she thinks about them. Okay, I'm gonna try to like reposition myself here a bit. Kind of like blah, 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 turn the happy back on because it's been a rough go. I am a little more emotional now because I am pumped full of hormones thanks to a little growing being in my uterus. It happens. My therapist really likes them. She doesn't understand some of the tropes because she's not like an anime person. Like I had to explain what a tsundere and a yandere and stuff is. But like she loves my Takara series. She loves Takara. She also really, really enjoys Ruby and a couple of the one-offs I did. She told me she liked. The only like really shitty thing is my family doesn't know I see a therapist. They know I see a psychiatrist, but they generally think therapy is stupid. Because a psychiatrist can quote unquote fix things because they can provide medication and stuff. In their mind, what's the therapist doing? You just talk. What's it accomplish? So I've been paying out of pocket for years now for a couple of different therapists. I had like my first one retired, and I'm on a new one, and we're doing telehealth now because of COVID and all that. But yeah, it's been a ride. And before COVID, I did like these weird not Zoom. What was it? It's a private program through the clinic. It works like Zoom, but it's not. It was before Zoom was a thing. Because I don't drive, so I can't just sneak away and go places. I had to find workable solutions for me. And now I'm completely just in a telehealth system with my therapist, which works out great. I remember Brian Peppers. I saw, I believe, Wang did a video on Brian Peppers. Either it was him or Gamer from Mars. Maybe both of them did it. Oh, I know medication doesn't fix everything, but try telling that to my parents. For real. They understand like medication wearing off or you getting used to it, so you have to like change it up. But the idea that medical issues can't entirely be solved by medicine just goes right over their heads. They also won't acknowledge the fact that I've been through a lot of trauma. They just won't acknowledge it. They, as in my family, like my parents and my extended family, like my uncle and my my grandma doesn't count anymore because she's completely far gone. She's like in hospice, so I her opinion doesn't really matter anymore because I don't think she has an opinion anymore. The only person immediately in my life who's really encouraging is my husband. He's like, "Yes, you go. You get that help you need. You sort things out." I've seen down the rabbit hole. I haven't seen every single video they put out, but I've seen a few of them. I legit have no idea what happened to the person who assaulted me. This was before social media, where you could easily, like, track someone down. So after, like, after everything just happened with the cops and everything, it was like dust to the wind. Which is good, because I would like to think that he had karma affect him later in life. I have sushi, by the way, because I was like, I'm gonna do a sushi stream. So I have like a salmon roll. Hey friends. Hello people joining. I'm gonna nibble on some sushi. Hey friends. Hey friends. Oh no, this roll's like covered in spicy mayo. Why do they do this? Oh, dang. The sushi roll has some zing to it. And it's not the spicy mayo. There's something in the salmon. Got a little bit of zing. It's not bad. It was just surprising. Alright, if y'all don't mind, I want to get off the heavy topics. Because it seems hypocritical that I tell people don't drama dump in my streams. And then here I am drama dumping. It just seems hypocritical. And one thing I don't like being is a hypocrite. Homie, I tried doing a tier list, and my computer said no. My computer said you were not allowed to multitask. Nothing beats, like, simple sushi. Like, fish, rice, maybe a little dab of soy sauce. Because you want the flavor of the fish to shine through. But it seems like, at least where I live, very few sushi chefs have such confidence in the quality of their fish. But they will just happily serve fish on rice. There has to be a gimmick. I can't use my phone for anything right now because I'm using my phone to do the face tracking. Because it has a better face tracker than a webcam. It's kind of awesome. You should have salmon rolls. Salmon rolls are good. My favorite Family Guy character? Can I say none? Because I don't like Family Guy. Fave dog bread? I like the dog breads that look like corgis. Those are cute. And probably tasty. Where is my water? There it is. I don't have shrimp crisp. I really like Seafoam Kitten for ASMR. I don't watch her stuff super often, but she's decent. She's very decent. Ah, that spice sneaks up on ya. Now it's in my sinuses. My favorite ASMRs to make are ones where I can just like dump a lot of lore. I eat sushi when I have money once every other week. The spiciest thing I ever ate. Hot damn. I've had a few spicy things. I had this really spicy Thai curry once. That was like max spicy. Like they even said like this is the max spiciest curry we make. And my friend ordered it. And I'm like, I want to try it. I'm like, are you sure? You're kind of a wimp when it comes to a lot of spice. I'm like, no, I'm gonna try it. So took a little piece of the potato in the curry and I ate it. I couldn't even taste the potato. I just got hit by a wall of fire. I thought my tongue was gonna shrivel up and fall off. And the waiter kind of laughed at me, and he just brought me a big old glass of milk. I eat sushi as often as I can afford it, because it is delightful. I just wish the places where I live made better sushi. They all seem to just do like really gimmicky rolls, all made with like the same 5 ingredients. I play video games sometimes. I play it more if when my desktop gets set up. Stupidest thing I ever did when I was young. I've done a lot of stupid things when I was young. My favorite video game is The Sims because I can get lost in that game. Like hours fly by and I don't even realize it. I'm too busy playing God. When I was in high school, we put my friend in a dumpster and pushed it down the hill. Only it didn't stop at the bottom of the hill. It kept going. And it went into the street. And he almost got hit by a car. Do I know Jesus? Yeah, he's a fellow Jew. Pretty chill dude, I heard. He hung out with hookers. Cool guy. And then they killed him for being too cool. That's why we canonize things. I was like 16, 17 when I was at a party at a anime convention and I got like wicked hammered. Like it was bad. The best part was I was wearing platform boots as part of like my outfit and I was sitting on the floor and I was so hammered when I had to go to the bathroom. I could not stand up. I had to scoot on the floor across the room to the bathroom. I forgot how my legs worked. My favorite music genre is industrial. It's nice. It's pleasant. Come to Seattle. I used to go to Washington State fairly often. Uh, because of orcas. I used to do some documentary work with some researchers. I haven't been to Seattle in a few years though. I used to work with research groups when I was a avid film person. Until I got sick, I used to do pretty awesome things with a camera. Currently, my favorite anime is probably Nana. I think it's because of the music. When I was like in college, I used to like party, and sometimes I would take an Ambien and go party. Because Ambien, unless I was actually in bed when I would take it, did not knock me out. I had to be in bed for it to work. Otherwise, it just kind of made me loopy. So I'd take it and then I would drink. And then it would like guarantee a blackout. Like just straight on blackout. Even if I only had like one or two drinks. Ambien plus booze, back blackout. Just gone. Goodbye. I got blackout drunk at a friend's birthday party. It was like a really big house party with like a fuck ton of people. And a friend of mine who was there to this day loves to rag on me that she went looking for me to borrow my phone, and she found me in one of the closets doing something with a guy I met that night. I had no idea who this dude was. But apparently, Blackout Me really liked him. I don't remember this guy at all. I like have like maybe a slight recollection of his face a little bit, but I don't remember his name. I don't remember anything. I was like 22, so I have like no excuse for being that obnoxious. Go watch Boku no Pico? No, thank you. I've seen it already. It's alright. I like the art style. But like, it's 2022. There's nothing overly shocking to me about transgender characters or like people like in like characters getting over the trans panic. Like that just should be standard now. Do I have a boyfriend? Hmm. Well, I am married to this one guy, but like we're just friends. But I'm but we're married, but we're just friends. It's cool. So I don't have a boyfriend, but I do have a husband. And yes, I did just friend zone my husband. I like doing that. Do I watch Naruto multiple times on Netflix? I have sat through Naruto once in my life, and once is enough. Let's see. I just reminded myself. I when Jenna Marbles was active on YouTube, there is a meme for like a whole bunch of videos when she would just say she and her very obvious boyfriend, like very blatantly, like they're a couple. She'd just be like, "Yeah, this is my friend," just like always introducing her boyfriend as her friend. Like they'd be on camera, like cuddling and being cute, and she'd be like, "Yeah, this is my friend." So I know the Final Fantasy house, when it was actively happening as a thing, I was watching it go down on the internet. Yes, I've seen Boku no Pico. It's very old at this point. It's very old. It's not that shocking anymore. I'd be like, "Oh, have you seen Cannibal Holocaust?" To like a film major. Ever heard of the Pokemon? Oh God. Can you see a picture of my husband? No, no. I see. I'm one of those internet people who doesn't like show every last detail of their personal lives on the internet. Like you can kind of see my husband in some videos on my Fansly, and he's in a couple videos on my channel buried somewhere where we're just like I did videos where we kind of like a podcast where we just hung out and talk. So if you want to see him, he's there. Like I don't hide him, but I'm not like Mace Hughes from Full Alchemist. Like look at my husband, isn't he great? Like I don't like whip out pictures or anything. That's weird. I don't watch JoJo. It's a lot to get into. I've had Impossible Burgers. They're pretty good. Like I have this very strange belief that people should not post people who aren't themselves on the internet because it should be considered a violation of personal property and privacy. I think people have a right to privacy. That's why I don't post my kids outside of a small group chat with family. Like if my husband wanted to be like a public figure on the internet and have a presence beyond like some personal accounts, he would. He's fully capable of doing so. He just doesn't want to. Should I play Warzone? Nope. I've played Minecraft a few times on the stream. I have no idea what I'm doing in it. My husband's been in a few audios, and he's in some content on my Fansly. And if you know what Fansly is, then you can have a vague idea of what kind of content it may be. Nope, no God of War, and hell no to Roblox. Ah, yes, Roller Coaster Tycoon. I loved that game when I was a wee one. I used to like to make crazy roller coasters and set the speed really fast, so the roller coaster would like fly off the track and everybody would die. Roller Coaster Tycoon's on Steam? No way, I'm gonna get it. As soon as my new computer is like set up, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna play it on stream. Roblox is for 12-year-olds. I'm 32. I would love to see the new Weird Al movie because I like Daniel Radcliffe. I think he's gonna do a great job. Dude, 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 dude. I remember playing World of Warcraft when I was like in high school, and I did not understand the point of it at all. I used to just go up to random people and dance. And of course, I was a night elf. What else would I be? So I'd just be slutty and dance. Hey, friend, I'm doing alright. How are you doing? Can we be friends? Come hang out on my streams. We'll see how it goes. You can't just make you can't force friendship to happen, folks. You can't just be like, hey, you want to be my friend? Like, maybe. I don't know anything about you. I feel like especially in the VTuber community, you get a lot of these people like, hey, want to be friends? 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 But it's so like shallow and flaky. I've yet to really find another VTuber that I feel like I could actually sit down and fully vibe with. Or like just like talking wouldn't feel like transactional. Currently, the consensus with the sushi thing is everybody seems to like salmon. Salmon seems to be winning. And hell yeah, happy Friday. It's Friday. Even though weekends mean nothing to me anymore. I'm self-employed. My husband doesn't even get off on weekends usually. He's usually working weekends. So, like, seriously, weekends mean nothing. What up? What up? Nothing much. How are you doing? Oh, we are looking at more houses on Sunday. That's gonna be a fun adult activity. My friend Koichi used to make homemade sushi a lot. I did judge her once, though, because she used canned tuna. That's sacrilege for sushi. Just pure sacrilege. I do not want a two-story house, homie. No. 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 I hate stairs. I hate them. I'm a feeble old woman with arthritis. Stairs are my enemy. Give me a nice one-story house. With, like, an open floor plan. A pool would be dope, though. But we don't have pool money. But pool would be nice. For reasons I would rather not discuss. Link to my Discord server is on my website. I kind of hide it there because YouTube has gotten so fickle about links. And because there is a role you can get on my server for adults where you can, like, talk adult stuff, I don't want YouTube to be like, this links to adult content, you get a strike. My favorite sushi right now is probably ikura, or salmon egg. I also like quail egg when people have it. Sometimes octopus when it's not, like, chewy. And you really can't go wrong with salmon. You really can't. I think with YouTube, it's ridiculous that they'll flag someone for completely, like, innocuous links. Yet, there are girls who blatantly link to their OnlyFans all the time. And their OnlyFans has, like, a bunch of porn on it. And nothing happens to them. Like Trisha Paytas and Belle Delphine, they can promote their OnlyFans left and right. YouTube does nothing. I can't even link to my Fansly, where everything is paywalled. Without YouTube being like, strike! I can't even link to the store that currently sells my body pillowcases. Because even though everything is censored on the website, like they censor all the lewd art on the pillowcases, YouTube has still deemed it adult content. They're freaking pillowcases. They're pillowcases. Why? Why you do this, YouTube? No, I will not post my adult content on the hub because the hub pays absolute crap to creators. I would rather make money for my work. I work hard on something. I would like compensation. I hate this like weird expectation a lot of people on the internet have where they seem to think like all content should be free. Like, no. You live in capitalism, you pay for things. Because capitalism. It's like, you want a thing? Okay. Hand over money dollars. Do I have Patreon? Yes. Well, check the link in my description. Catch you later, Red Power. What bothers me about YouTube is I've found ASMR audios that have ads and like hundreds of thousand views that have been there a while and blatantly pornographic. Just straight up, this person recorded a BJ and posted it on YouTube. It just doesn't have the visual aspect of it, it's just the audio. And that's apparently okay. Apparently for them, they can get away with it and have ads. I can't make kissy noises and have ad revenue. Because that's seriously one of the big things that got me not monetized. Was the fact that I have kissing in a lot of my audios. Because girlfriend audio. You kiss your girlfriend. It's okay to pirate from major corporations that make millions and billions of dollars. That's okay. It's not okay to steal from an individual person or a small group of people just making passion projects. That's not okay because you're taking food out of their mouths. I'd rather take away a diamond encrusted yacht from a billionaire, because who the fuck needs that, than someone's rent money, okay? There's a big ass friggin' difference. alright, alright. Don't worry about coming late to my streams. We just vibing. Because of some Twitch streamers, and I firmly believe this, because of some Twitch streamers, there's now thousands, if not more, people who are convinced that ASMR is a fetish and nothing else. Because these people like to stream doing their ASMR nearly naked. Because clearly, ASMR requires minimal clothing. That's how you get the best sound, you know? No clothes. Twitch. It's not even like simple ear licking. I've seen these streamers like deep throat their microphones. It's unnecessary. You don't need to do that. Or they're like, just like rub their butts up against the microphone. I'm like, why? The Markiplier situation? Which one? There have been several Markiplier situations. Good luck with your grad school thingy. Oh yeah, the Corey Kenshin thing. Yeah, I've been following that. I don't think it's a race thing. I do think it's a favoritism thing. Like, YouTube clearly has its golden children. And everybody else is the poor redheaded stepchild. I'm waiting for there to be a viable competitor to YouTube. Because unfortunately, these websites that are similar, started by random people, aren't going to do it. Like, Odyssey's not going to do it. Storyfire's not going to do it. BitChute's not going to do it. They don't have, like, the resources. It would take a major corporation that's on the same level as Google to compete with YouTube. The only, like, somewhat competitor to YouTube right now is TikTok. That's the only thing threatening YouTube, like, platform-wise, is TikTok. I am glad Markiplier is actually taking a stand though and actually speaking out on issues because he probably knows he's one of YouTube's golden geese. So he very well could have played it safe and said and did nothing. Just played it safe, only cared about himself and his career. So the fact he's willing to put stuff on the line to call YouTube out really says a lot about his character. There's like a random piece of glitter embedded in my skin on my arm. It's weirding me out. I don't know where it came from. Let's see. I just had a thought, and then my thought train derailed. Just went, bye. Meow. I hate when that happens. Stupid pregnancy brain. Do I like TikTok? I was having fun on TikTok until my account randomly got banned and they didn't give me a reason. So, like, people can exploit their children on TikTok. And, like, 14-year-olds can grind each other in skimpy bikinis. That's okay on TikTok. But a VTuber with big booba is not. The only way I could think that people do heartbeat ASMR is if they have a microphone like a 3GO and they just turn the gain up all the freaking way and hold it up to their sternum. I can't do that because if I turn the gain up all the way, it will give a huge feedback screech from my headphones because I refuse to record without headphones. I like hearing what I'm doing because I'm doing audio. I want to hear what I'm doing. And I froze. Oh boy. Hello? Computer? Hello? Computer? Ah, there I am. I hate when it does that. I have some cool expressions that I like never utilize. Like I can do this. Nandayo. Nani? What? I can do that. I can be sad. Like real sad. Look how sad I am. I could go yandere mode. Yandere mode. I can love you. Ooh. Oh well. I can get really grumpy and mad and go rah. Rah. Yeah. And I can go full blown. Ada. Oh, there you go. Fun times. Yay, being done with school. I keep thinking I freeze, so I have to like keep moving. Make sure I didn't freeze. Pregnancy is alright. It's going alright. Hate that I still feel sick half the time, but what can you do when you're growing a thing? You like sports? Ah, I used to. Then I got kind of bored with it. Oh, you're fine, homie. Why y'all always apologize when you're coming late? This isn't school. I'm not grading you for your tardiness. It's alright. The only time I ever feel like being late to a stream's a problem is if someone's playing like a game with a plot and you care about following the plot. Anime characters with fire abilities who wear revealing clothing. It's a gimmick, obviously. They just want to draw scantily clad characters. I really, really wish I could play Ditzy Demons Are in Love with Me on stream. I love the visual novel so much. It's so stupid. But I can't stream it because my computer's dumb. I have like no advice on social skills. I used to be really good at talking to people and like approaching people and socializing. And then I didn't go to work for like 2 years, just about. And that job required me to be very social. So when I went back, I was really rusty and I had no idea what I was doing anymore. You can search visual novel. I like visual novels. And hello, people joining. I know it's getting stuffy. A fun pregnancy side effect that starts with the second trimester is like pregnancy rhinitis, where because of the increased blood flow, your nasal passages and sinuses swell. So you just get random stuffy noses. It's terrible. They tend to happen at night. I don't know anything for Android. I haven't used an Android device since like 2015. I wish I had a comfier chair. Man, I briefly saw Leftovers the other day on the H3 podcast, and that freaking throne they gave Hassan Piker looks so comfy. I want that for my desk chair. A nice plush throne. Speaking of throne, go to my wish list, please. I put up baby items that I could use help with. And the nice thing about Throne now is no one has to like just straight up buy anything outright to support. You can be like, oh, this person needs help getting a new microphone. Cool, I'll pitch in $5. You can do that. It's a cool deal. My favorite type of seafood. Probably a really good ahi tuna steak. Ooh, I'll have to check out that game, Jack, because, like, I'm thinking supernatural vibes with that description. You know, I'm surprised there's no VTuber equivalent of Beavis and Butthead. Like, two VTubers that just stream themselves just completely being stupid and mocking things. I feel like with the right people, the right dynamic, that would be a highly entertaining and profitable. Husbando and I are not Beavis and Butthead, unfortunately. Not saying my husband can't be funny. Like, he can be very amusing. But not funny in a stupid way. Now, my ex-girlfriend, who we'll call Shay, she was very stupid funny. We were very stupid together, and it was great. No, Shay and I broke up because I got into a college on the opposite side of the country, and long distance wasn't working for us. Say a prayer for my mom's car. It was storming yesterday, and she went to lock her car, and for some reason the button made all the windows open and the sunroof opened in the middle of a storm with all the rain, and the inside of her car got drenched. We had to go somewhere today, and it was still damp in there. That poor car. These are very specific movie tropes, Jack. These are very specific. Ow. 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 My favorite season? Probably fall. Not too hot, not too cold. Stores carrying neat stuff. Costco is pretty great. It's so easy to get lost and spend a lot of money there. Don't say that, Brown. You're young. You have plenty of time to find somebody. There's people who don't find love until they're like in their 60s. It happens. But, like, there's no rushing things. There's no, like, set time you have to do stuff. Yes, yes. We always have the responsible friend. In my case, there's this one friend who just was like super duper Christian, and she thought like Jesus did not like alcohol, even though Jesus turned water into wine. So clearly he liked alcohol to some degree, but not her interpretation. So she would just sit there and like laugh at everybody being stupid, and then drive people home. Designated drunk driver. No, don't drive drunk. That's bad. Don't do that. Well, if Jesus' body is bread, that explains why his body disappeared. He didn't come back to life or ascend to heaven. People just ate him. Oh, ow. Baby just moved and like shifted upwards, crushing my lung. Baby's doing like somersaults. Oh, jeez. Them sleepies are hidden. Getting hit by them sleepies. This is weird. I kind of slept in today. Well, in for me. Meaning later than 5 a.m. What if potatoes could fly? I saw a vine where someone tied a string around a potato and then tied it to a ceiling fan and turned the fan on. Do you have a favorite snack? I I like to snack on fruit, mainly melon. Tempura shrimp's not bad. I haven't had it in a while. But yeah, I usually actually ask for spicy mayo for my tempura shrimp. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Uh, I have to go do a saline rinse for my nose because it's starting to get really annoying for me. I gotta, like, help ease the swelling. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. What are we talking about? Oof. Why are we getting pinned? I hope it's consensual. What are we, wrestling? Of course I've seen original black and white movies. Have you ever seen Metropolis? Metropolis is pretty good. By Fritz Lang. Good stuff. Sorry if energy is decreasing. I'm actually starting to finally feel tired. Don't apologize for not being in the stream. It's okay. I don't get offended. I saw this one chick, this one VTuber on Twitter, saying how, like, she gets jealous when viewers talk about other VTubers. Or VTubers will, like, viewers would post that they were, like, watching another VTuber while she was streaming instead of her. Not, like, maliciously, just like, hey, this other person's on, I'm gonna watch them. And, like, how she wishes she could be everybody's favorite. I'm like, calm down. It's like, honey, the world does not revolve around you. It's like someone was spoiled as a child. So many pop-ups on my computer right now. Go away. Ah, you guys leave? Okay. I kiss you, kiss you. Mwah. Hada, hada. Of course. Oh, the hugs. Hugs and head pats. Do, 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 do. Now things are getting really janky. I just took my headset off. I'm just resting it on my lap because my neck was starting to get stiff. This headset's heavy. Oh, I hate pads. Pat, 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 pat. Emotional robots are funny to me and I don't know why. It's like, you're a robot. You're a computer. Settle down. Itchy. I'm itchy in my hand. Itchy, 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 itchy. You ever get like a really tiny itch somewhere, like on your face, or like your arm or something, and then you scratch it, and it just feels like the most amazing sensation in the world? Just, yeah. Catch you later, Snow. Cat Snow. Cat Snow. Cat Snow. Enjoy your weekend. What the frick's on my glasses? What? Something got on my glasses. Yeah. Oh jeez, I need to take my dusties next. They're hella dusty. Hella dusty. Catch you later, people leaving. Have good sleep. Another awesome sensation is when you go to the hairstylist or hairdresser or whatever, and they wash your hair, and they like really dig in with their fingers and scrub your scalp. Just really just dig in and go scrubby, scrubby, scrub, scrub, scrub. So good. I'm working on a hairdresser ASMR with hair washing. Trying to recreate that in sound form. I've heard of Genshin Impact. I have no desire to play it. There's too much going on in that game. Man, no offense to all my homies who only use YouTube, but I am looking forward to being back on Twitch. Because there's some stuff I want to do on the stream that YouTube would not let me do. Because of their dang oversensitive bots. Let's see. Where my heart is. Ida. I have not seen Monster Hunter. I've heard of it. Not seen it. I've heard of the game. I have not played the game or seen it, nor the movie. Sniffy sniff. Sniffly sniffly. Man, for a second I thought my tooth pain went away. And then I tapped on the tooth. Nope. Still hurts. Yeah, I'm kind of glad I'm not some, like, gargantuan creator slash streamer. Because if I saw a chat I could not keep up with, I would feel so bad. Because I like interacting with people. And if there were so many people that chat just, like, zipped on by, I would feel awkward. Who do I talk to?
surprised streamers like Hassan are able to interact with their chat. But I noticed like he has this way of like slowing things down and like really like picking apart chatters. I have no idea how he does it. I know there's slow mode, but I've seen streams with slow mode on, and it's still hard to keep up with what people are doing if there's like a lot of people. Because in the case of like YouTube, there's a lot of people. The only way to get any attention would be to super chat someone if they had super chats available. Even then, it's not a guarantee. You know, one of the best streams I ever watched, it was in like, I think it was 2017, on the Practical Folks channel. They were streaming a recording of Drunk Disney, and they had Paint with John Cozart. They were watching Lion King 1 and Lion King 2, and then Lion King 1.5. And I must have sent them like a dozen super chats. And it was my birthday too. So I spent the night of my birthday alone in my room on YouTube watching these random people stream watching Lion King movies without showing the actual movies because you can't do that on YouTube. But they were like streaming their reactions and their jokes. And it was oddly entertaining as fuck. Because they got like super hammered. How did I meet the people I've collabed with? A couple years ago, when I came back from my hiatus when I was pregnant with little Fox, I got like bombarded by random creators who do ASMR that I either only vaguely knew existed or I have no idea existed at all. Or like, hey, you're back. I thought you died. You disappeared. People are wondering what happened to you. And I'm like, wait, who are you? So I got kind of like forcibly dragged into the community. Prior to 2020, I was not like active in the community itself at all. I just kind of did my own thing. I still pretty much do my own thing still for the most part. But like I do collab sometimes. Hi, friend. And yes, please don't spam. That's weird. Sweat. Whoa. Holy email pop-up, Batman. Okay, Amazon. I get it. You shipped my order. You don't have to tell me 5 times at once. Goodness. I'm sorry I woke you up. This is an ASMR? Yeah. Yeah, I do other things too. If I just did one thing, that'd be boring as fuck. I think with YouTube videos, YouTube also has like a visual detection thing for copyright, so I don't think it works. At least not with a lot of stuff. It really depends. Ooh, I love boba tea. Usually regular milk tea, though. I have to be in the mood, though, to get the actual boba in the tea. Because sometimes I don't want to chew my beverage. I just want to drink my beverage. Thai milk tea is good, too. And matcha. Those are all good. And taro, the purple stuff. A little sweet, but sometimes it's very, very much what you need. am nodding off. I'm so sorry. It's been a long day. Sleepy sleep. I think, and I know thinking is a bad thing to do. It might very well be time for me to call it at night. Go to bed. Sleep. I know, 9:30 p.m. set time on a Friday. Going to bed early is sacrilege. Man, I'm old. I'm pregnant. I'm tired. Growing a human's hard. Hard on the body. Where is he out? Catch you later, Fireball. Kiss you, kiss you. Ah, ada, ada. Ooh. I'm nodding. Oh shit. Oh shit. If you want to cancel it spicy, drink milk. Orki getting very sleepy. Me take a bath or a shower too. I'm all itchy. We need some milk. I remember that meme. Good meme. Don't sloths like poop only once a week? I've heard they like don't poop that much. And I think that's the only time they climb down from the trees is to poop. Alrighty. Before I accidentally turn this into a sleep stream. I think I'm gonna call it a night, y'all. I may stream over the weekend, like a random chat stream. Depends what's going on, what I feel like doing. But I'll definitely be back on Tuesday for the ASMR stream. Barring anything weird happening to my channel. Knock on wood. Hopefully nothing happens. But, it's sleepy time for me. Thank you for joining me and hanging out the last couple hours or so. It's been fun. Sorry for ranting earlier in the stream. That person just kind of like literally triggered me. Sorry. So, hopefully that doesn't happen again. Stay awesome, everybody. Love you. Adada. Mwah.